Hello, everyone. Welcome to another video. Today, here with me is director Jorge Dorado. It's an honor for us to be with us today, to have you here. How are you?
Yeah, fine, really good. I'm actually in Madrid, in Spain.
We're here. Oh, sorry.
No, happy to answer your questions about the show.
We're here to discuss the new show that came out on Netflix, Feria, and you participated by directing 5 of the 8 episodes, if I'm not mistaken, the first 4, and the finale of the season. First of all, I want to ask you, how does it feel to have more and more Spanish TV series that are accessible to a global audience and people getting familiar with the Spanish TV industry, which is growing, and your work?
Yeah, no, it's so we've been working in Spain so hard in movies and in TV series for so many years, and suddenly when Netflix appears in our life and connect the world in the media, in the streaming, so that was an incredible opportunity for all the countries to show the work. And I think it was obviously Money Hayes, the one who opened Spain to the world, so the world can see more shows with Spanish talent, and so we feel like really grateful to have the opportunity to do shows for the whole world. No? It's like other countries. Usually you are only thinking in your territory, you only thinking Spanish people, but now you're thinking in the world. So in my first feature as a director was Mindscape. It was an English language feature, and it was distributed by Warner Brothers, and I was really impressed that my job it was like this, have distribution all around the world. So now it's the same that's happening, even growing a lot, much bigger with Netflix. So that allows us also to have more budget, better budget. So also we can play more with the stories. We can commit more risks, and it's an amazing moment right now.
It's amazing because there are so many good TV series and also films from like other countries that we haven't seen. So it's really amazing what the streaming platforms do at the moment of connecting the whole world to all these amazing projects.
Also dubbing. Usually, in Spain we do dub, so we dub all the movies from the States, and right now Feria, the American audience can see Feria with Spanish audio with English subtitles, or even with English voice, which is like the opposite that we usually have.
Yeah, it's amazing. I wanted to ask you, when you were contacted first to be part of the show, and you read the script, or they told you the idea of what the show was going to be. What were your first thoughts on this project?
That was Agustin Martinez that he sent me actually the whole series. Not only they speak me just a little bit about the story, but just a little bit, and they told me, okay, I want you to read the scripts, because the scripts they were already developed with Netflix and Agustin and Carlos Montero, and they were looking for the right director for the story. And I remember I read the whole 8 episodes like in a row, like in an afternoon, something like that. In the afternoon, maybe a little bit in the morning. And I called Agustin and I told him, to be honest, Agustin, I don't know how to do this series. I don't have a clue how to approach to this story, because it's very dramatic, but at the same time it's a thriller, but at the same time it's horror, but have all these mix of elements. And also they have these creatures. So I think I never did creatures in visual effects in my whole career. So I'm not sure if I'm the right director, because I never did anything like that before. And I remember Agustin told me, I never wrote something like this before, so I don't know how to do it. So let's figure it out together. That's why we decided, okay, let's explore this universe and try to do the approach, trying to find original moments, original image, and and not to be afraid that we don't have only one genre in the story.
It's amazing, and that was actually something that else that I wanted to ask you. What were the challenges, but also the things that you enjoyed while you were like filming this show, apart from the special effects that you mentioned?
For me, the most important thing was like finding the right actors, which was like a long process with Agustin also, but also to find the right tone for the story, which for me is like playing with genres all the time. And for me was a real challenge. How you can switch from something like it's something really weird yet you don't understand. Even I was like filming and I didn't understand what I'm doing, but I tried to feel for the characters and for the moment, and that was like my way to approach to the story. Like, okay, I need to feel something when I'm shooting. It's like this really strange scene when Sofia goes to the house in the middle of the forest, and all these creepy guys are telling her, "Hey, your mother is alive. Let's us show you the way to find her." It's so strange the scene. Is the dialogue is so weird, the characters are so weird, and I feel like so confused doing the scene. I remember with the assistant director, I say this is one of the most important scenes in the whole series because I don't know what to do, and so I needed time to play with the actors to create something new, something special, something that I never seen before in any other show or any other movie. That was a challenge, and I really enjoy doing it. You never know if you are doing something incredible and really good, or you are doing something horrible that nobody want to watch it because it's special.
And I think the the most important, not the most important thing, I would say the beauty of being a director is like exploring all these new things as you mentioned, as you do the job, like, and it's really I would say rewarding for a director to be able to experiment and explore all these new ideas while you're doing like a new genre, like something maybe that you haven't done before, I guess.
Yeah, we were speaking a lot about David Lynch movies with Agustin. Also, a little bit about Roman Polanski, like Rosemary's Baby. I remember we watched Rosemary's Baby, and we watched also some of David Lynch movies. One of them is this one is in a small village. It's Blue Velvet. I remember we watched it together, Blue Velvet, because we liked the feeling that it's like in a normal small city in the middle of nowhere, something dark is happening around the characters and change the life of these characters. That was like the main like rope that we were trying to follow. No? Be always tied to the characters and have the unknown and the dark things around. That was like our guide to tell the story, and also be all the time with the girls, which was also the most important thing. No, be with them, not only in the teenage part, also in the drama, which I think is more important in this story. You know, the drama of the two sisters.
And for someone who is watching the series, they will notice obviously that Feria combines a series of genres. It's a little bit of drama, it's a little bit of thriller, it's a little bit of like it has a supernatural element. What was this part that stood out the most to you when you were doing the show?
For me, most difficult thing was like make believable the world. No, like, okay, you are in this small village, and then you believe that there is these creatures living around them. No? And it's like the same in the other show I did last year. It was the head, like, has that show is in HBO MAX, and I try to have this incredible high concept of there is one killer in the middle of a station in Antarctica, but I need for the audience to feel this is grounded, this is real, this is happening. Even this is like a super high concept, like it's a killer is cutting heads in the middle of Antarctica. So it's like, oh, really American, no? Come on, there is a psycho killer around. Okay, so we have that, but they have to be grounded. We need to feel that. I want the audience feel that this is really happening. And for me, it's like, it was my goal with Feria. It's like, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is real. These people, it's six. It's. Also, when I was working with the actors, it was a great thing. Speaking about when you see other parts of the world, when you see them, these creatures at the other side of the wall, and when you see Decta, your life changed forever, because you cannot, like, you know, go for a walk with friends and don't have the mind with the image what you have seen.
Yes.
So it's like you enter like in a world of madness, and then suddenly you are mad. You cannot like just go to have a coffee and to pay the bill like normal people. You change. Even if you ask for a coffee, you don't ask the same way for the coffee. And these small things in the way I work with the actors, I think is in the show, and I'm really happy that you can feel that is something weird in the way everybody is acting.
And I think for me, as a person who watched the series, there were moments that I felt this while I was watching the series. There were moments that it made me think a lot about how do we view reality and how do we view things around us. For example, pain. That was one of the main things that Feria really discussed in almost like every episode, or death. So I think it really, the series makes you think about those like philosophical, would you say, like issues. And I really, really enjoyed it. I wanted to ask you about the fourth episode. In the fourth episode, we get to see a lot of flashbacks that are done in a black and white image. How did you come to this creative decision? Was something that it was written in the script, or it was something that you discussed with your team to do it, and the way to portray the flashbacks?
They was written by Agustin, so he wanted to do in black and white, but I never believed it, because when you read that, you say, okay, I would love to do that in black and white, but Netflix is not gonna allow us to do that. And there was this meeting at the beginning, and Netflix says, it's okay, you want to shoot in black and white, it's okay for us. And Agustin and I were really impressed about that. Are you sure? You please don't change your mind after, because we want to do it like that. No? I said, no, you can do it. We think it's a great idea, and it's kind of a dream when you can like work in black and white as the movies I grew up, no, the movies in the past. And with David Acereto, the DP, we've been working not only in the black and white, also in the style, how we move the camera and how we work with the scene. No? We have like a different language. It's like an all-time way of directing style. No, we were speaking a lot about Antonioni. I don't know why these Italian directors came to us, and Fellini, and we tried not to do so many shots and so many cuts, and just to move the camera a little bit and to move the actors around the scene. Is an all way to work with the scenes. And also we have this idea in mind, like the camera. That was something funny, because I always like to do this kind of rules when I shoot. But we say, okay, when we're shooting episode 4, the camera weighs like 80 kilos. So it's like an old camera from the 50s or something like that. So it's not that easy. Like today, you move the camera, it's that small, you change everything and you put the camera in every corner. They say, no, that camera is that size and it's so heavy, and we don't have time to put it in different angles. So just choose one angle. Maybe you change the lens, you put the dolly, and you do whatever you can with that, no? And that was like a creative approach to this episode, which I think it feels like different because I have a different style, and I also have a little bit different style in the actors, the way the actors approach, all these actors approaching in that specific moment when Franco dies.
I think this was probably my favorite episode because we do get to explore something different, like it's actually in the middle of the series. So for me, that was done really beautifully, and well done for your work on this. I wanted to ask you, we are obviously in the era of streaming platforms taking over the world, and people have more opportunities to pick and choose what they are watching. You as a director, but also as a spectator, what are the series that you enjoy watching from a director's perspective, and maybe it's different from a spectator's perspective?
No, I think it's the same. So I like every genre. So it's something like I always try as a director to do is not repeating myself, like not doing all the time the same TV series or the same movie. Always like, obviously I feel really comfortable working in the thriller and a little bit in the horror. I'm not like a horror movie director, but I like to playing with the genre. But I'm more like a thriller director, but I love comedy. I love dramas. I love epic adventures and all that as a spectator. And I think I can do it as a director because I think if I enjoy it, I can do that. I don't know. I feel that of myself. No? And what I'm looking always is like a cinematic experience when I'm watching something, or a character experience, because it's like so like Succession. Cinematically, it's anything. It's just the camera is over there. They probably have 5 or 6 camera recording everything, but it's about the characters. It's about also the comedy and the tone of the scenes and the characters, which I love it. It's like Helen Catch Fire or Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. They are series like really powerful because of the characters. So that's what I'm looking for. And in the other side, I'm looking for like a cinematic experience, like Raising by Wolves. So I'm looking for, wow, how they do that, how they created this world, or how they tell the story with the camera or with the elements they have. So as a spectator is what I'm looking for. As a director, I'm more on the side for working the cinematic experience because I feel really comfortable creating like new worlds and working with the image and the power of the camera.
That's really good. And I know you worked with Brian Cox in Mindscape, right? So now you get to see him playing another character in one of the most successful TV shows of HBO, I would say, the last few years.
Yeah, that was a great experience.
I wanted to ask you if you could tell us a little bit more about your upcoming project. I know you have a project called Objetos with Álvaro Morte is participating. And also, we'll be getting season 2 of The Head because a lot of our fans love this TV show. And I know there was a question that they wanted me to ask you about it.
Yeah, I just finished in the editing of Objetos, which is going to be in English Lost and Find. And Álvaro Morte is leading the movie with Tina Suarez and Veronica Chegui, Maitane Saricolás, and Diego Rostiaga. There is a lot of talent around Álvaro. And so actually was finishing Feria post-production, and I was starting pre-production of the movie, and we were shooting in between Spain, in Madrid, and also in Argentina, in the north, in the area of Jujuy, in the border with Bolivia. And I just finished like 1 week ago the final cut. So now I have to do all the process of music, color, sound, and all that. And then, yes, it was announced, I think it was in September, that we were like working in The Head season 2. And right now we are working in the scripts. I cannot tell anything yet because it's a disclosure. But we'll have some news soon. Yes, the Head was a great experience because also I was executive producer of the show and I was the director of the whole series. And it was an amazing experience to have all these bunch of actors from all around Europe working together, creating this amazing world of Antarctica, shooting in Spain, in Tenerife, and also in Iceland. And this second season, it will be like in a different place. And we will continue a little bit the line of season one. So there's a continuity in the story. It's not like another story. It's called The Head. It's going to be part of the story of the season one. It's going to follow season two.
That's great. And personally, I love the series, and that first shot, it was for me something really amazing. I was starstruck. And one last thing, I wanted to ask you if you could tell us anything about season 2 of Feria. Do we have any news about, is it happening? I read that the plan is to do 3 seasons. Is that correct?
Agustin had that idea to have to do 3 seasons, so he designed the story to have 3 seasons. That's right, and there is a lot of really good ideas for season 2. I know because I have this relationship with Agustin. Agustin is telling me, I want to do that, I want to do that, but we don't have the green light yet. So right now, like, it's on the air. As so many shows right now, it's like Adam Glass with In From the Cold, like, it's like texting all the time in Twitter, please, Netflix, give us the green light to do season 2. And I say, fuck, this TV series is so successful. I hope they have a season 2. So we don't know yet. I think it will need a little bit more time to know if we're continuing or not. It depends on the audience. It depends on you, of course.
Well, fingers crossed. We hope that it's going to get renewed, because that cliffhanger in the end of the season needs to be...
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah. Well, before we finish, I just want to thank you so much for being with us today here. It's been an honor. Could we send a little message to our Greek fans out there about
Sure.
whatever you would like to say to them?
What's the name of the page?
It's called Lord of the Series.
Lord of the Series. Okay. Okay, I go. So hello, this is Jorge Dorado. I'm the director of Feria, one of the directors of Feria with Carlos Torrents, and also the director of The Head. And I want to say hello and thanks for watching to all the people from Lord of the Series.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. And we will be watching your upcoming projects and your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Janice. Thanks for the interview.